suitcase lined along the wall. Another midnight train arrived. You smiled like we had all the time, but tears were hiding in your eyes. We spoke in promises too small, afraid of saying what we knew. Every kiss was a delay, every touch said don't go too soon. We kept pretending this was fine, like hearts don't hear the clock, but love was growing in the space between hello and don't stop. We fell in love between goodbyes, in borrowed time and stolen days. Every hello learned to cry, every smile began to fade. If love is found where it should not, then ours was true, then ours was right. We fell in love between goodbyes, and paid the price with every night. The radio played our favorite song, like it was trying to remind that even moments meant to end can leave forever in the mind. I tried to learn to let you go, but love don't leave on cue. It stays behind in quiet rooms, still sounding just like you. We fell in love between goodbyes, where hope and fear collide. Every promise half believed still kept us both alive. I've said your name 1,000 times in rooms where you should be. We fell in love between goodbyes. That's where you live in me. Maybe love was never meant to stay when timing's wrong, but it felt real in every breath we held for far too long. We fell in love between goodbyes, in moments time couldn't defend. If this is just a memory, it's one I won't pretend. Some loves are written in the space where hearts don't choose the fight. We fell in love between goodbyes, and I'd still do it every time. couldn't say you're still mine. Between goodbye, the door closed quiet behind you, like it didn't want to say goodbye. Your perfume still hangs in the hallway, like you never really walked outside. Your jacket's draped over the chair, your coffee's going cold again. I keep pretending you're late, not gone, just counting 10. I tell myself I'll be okay, the time will wash this away. But every room remembers you deep, in ways my heart still can't undo. Your touch stayed longer than you did, like a song that won't let go. Every place you once existed still feels you moving slow. I let you walk, I said I would. I tried to be the strong one, kid. You said goodbye like lovers do, but your touch stayed longer than you did. Radio plays something familiar, soft enough to break my pride. Every lyric sounds like you, every silence on your side. I've learned that love don't leave on cue, it lingers long after true. You're gone in ways I understand, but not in how I feel your hand. Your touch stayed longer than you did, in every breath I try to fake. I swear I'm fine, I almost am, until the nights refuse to break. If loving you was all I knew, then I lived it every bit. You found the strength to say we're through, but your touch stayed longer than you did. Maybe love was never meant to fade as fast as words. You left with all the certainty, I stayed with what I felt and heard. Your touch stayed longer than you did, like a fire after flame. Every memory still insists on calling out your name. If this is how forever ends, then I accept the truth of it. You walked away like it was easy, but your touch stayed longer than you did. In the quiet after you, I still feel you longer than you did. The city sleeps, the lights burn low. A lonely street, a distant sound. I walk these hours I used to know, where your love wrapped me around. Your voice still hangs inside the air, like a song the radio won't forget. Every word you left behind is a promise I haven't spent. I tried to hold the break of dawn, pretend the night could stay, but silence knows exactly where you walked away. I gave my heart to the quiet night, when your hands were all I knew. Every fear just faded out when the dark still carried you. If love is felt in borrowed time, in moments no one else can see, I gave my heart to the quiet night, 'cause that's where you live in me. The clock moves slow, the window cries, with rain that sounds like you. I close my eyes, I hear your laugh, and things I still can't lose. I told myself I'd be okay if I just let this go, but love don't leave so easily. It only learns to move in slow. I gave my heart to the quiet night, where every shadow knows my name. I trace your memory in the dark, like fire that won't turn to flame. If mornings steal what nights create, I'll guard the truth we used to be. I gave my heart to the quiet night, and it still belongs to thee. Maybe love was never meant to survive the light of day, but it was real in every breath we gave away. I gave my heart to the quiet night, where your name still softly plays. Every star, every street light still remembers never took it away. When the world finally sleeps tonight, I hear your name in the quiet night. The dashboard light was fading low as midnight wrapped the road in blue. Your hand was warm on my old coat, like every dream was coming true. We tuned the dial till something played, a melody we didn't know. But in that song I heard your name, like it was written just for us to hold. We didn't say too much that night. The moment said enough. Between the static and the sound, I fell in love. Our love played soft on the radio, between the songs we used to be. Every word we never told still sounded like you. Time could rewind the airwaves back to that slow, familiar glow, I'd stay right there forevermore, where our love plays soft on the radio. The city slept as we drove on, chasing lights that passed us by. We laughed like nothing could go wrong, like love would never say goodbye. I hear that song on lonely nights, when silence feels too loud. It brings you back in faded tones, like you're here right now. Our love played soft on the radio, like a secret just for us. Every mile, every echo still reminds me what we lost. I turn the dial, I close my eyes and let your memory go. But part of me is still right there, where our love played soft on the radio. Maybe love was just a song meant to fade but stay inside. But every note still feels so strong, like you never said goodbye. Our love played soft on the radio, in a time we can't outgrow. Every heart knows where it goes when it hears that old refrain. If I could stop the hands of time and live that night in stereo, I'd turn the dial and never leave, where our love played soft on the radio. every song I hear your name, soft and low on the radio. We were young beneath the neon sky, laughing like the night was ours. We said forever without fear, like time was standing still for us. Your jacket smelled like rain and hope. Your heartbeat was my only plan. I didn't know how fragile a dream could slip away right through our hands. Every promise felt so real, every touch was something true. We believed in all our words before forever learned to end. Before forever learned to end. We loved like nothing could go wrong. Every moment heaven sent, every night felt twice as long. If love is measured by the fall, then ours was deep, then ours was strong. Before forever learned to end, I thought that we would last this long. The radio still knows your name and plays our song like it's still true. I close my eyes and I'm back there. Every time I think of you, I learned that love can change its face, but never truly leaves the heart. It just becomes a quieter sound when two souls drift apart. Before forever learned to end, we gave our hearts without a plan. Every kiss a promise made by a girl and a man. I'd live those nights all over again, even knowing how it bends. I loved you then, I love you still. Before forever learned to end. Maybe forever isn't time, it's how deeply we believe, and what we had still lives inside. Every memory. Before forever learned to win, before forever learned to win. We were fearless, we were true. If this is just a memory, it's one I'll never lose. Some loves don't fade, they only change into a softer kind of pain. I gave you all I had back then. Before forever learned to win. In every quiet broken when I feel you near. Before forever learned to win. radio's playing late tonight, a song we used to know, the kind that makes the world slow down and lets old feelings show. Your laughter hides between the lines of every melody. I close my eyes and there you are, standing next to me. Tried to turn the volume down, pretend I moved along, but every time my heart beats soft, it's beating to your song. I still hear you in slow songs, in every note that falls apart. Every word I can't move on from still plays inside my heart. I may have learned to say goodbye, but love still sings along. No matter how the years go by, I still hear you in slow songs. The dance floor's empty after dark, couples fading into light. I stand alone but feel your hands, like it's still our night. I told myself I'd let you go, but truth is hard to own. Some loves don't leave, they just grow quiet and learn to live alone. I still hear you in slow song, when the world is fast asleep. In every memory I hold on, and promises I keep. If silence ever learns your name, then it's calling me along. No matter where this life takes me, I still hear you in slow song. Maybe love was never meant to fade completely out. It stays in echoes and in chords of every song without you now. I still hear you in slow songs, like you never left my side. Every note still pulls me closer to the nights we used to hide. If memories are melodies, then ours is playing strong. No matter how the music ends, I still hear you in slow songs. When the radio fades low, you're still here in slow songs. The clock was quiet on the wall, like time was holding its breath. Your suitcase waited by the door, between goodbye and what's left. city hummed outside our room, neon bleeding through the shade. You said, maybe just one more night, and my heart almost begged you to stay. We stood right on the edge of truth, afraid of what we'd lose. Love was louder than our fear, but fear still made the rules. The night we almost stayed, almost changed our lives. One word away from forever, one step from goodbye. I still feel you in the dark, in everything I couldn't say. The night we almost stayed still visits me this way. The radio played that slow old song, like it knew what was at stake. Your hand in mine, we didn't move, waiting on the dawn to break. I wanted time to lose its nerve, forget the plans it made. But morning never asks the heart if it's ready for the day. The night we almost stayed still echoes in my head. Every dream we almost lived, every word we never said. If love is measured by regret, then ours still finds a way. The night we almost stayed never really went away. Maybe love was never meant to survive the light of day, but it was real enough to break when you walked away. The night we almost stayed, almost chose a different end. If time could turn just once again, I'd take your hand, not hesitate. Some loves are lost to morning light, some dreams are born too late. But I'll always feel your name in the night we almost stayed. When the city falls asleep, I feel you near. That night we almost stayed. Held my hand but not too tight, like you were scared of holding on. You said my name like it was right, but every promise felt half gone. You stayed the night, you left at dawn, like loving me was something borrowed. I gave you truth, you gave me time, just enough hope to face tomorrow. I kept believing more would come, that someday you'd choose my heart. But love you gave in measured tones was tearing me apart. You loved me just enough to hurt, not enough to make me stay. You touched my soul, then closed the door and slowly walked away. I gave you all I couldn't say, every truth I couldn't hide. You loved me just enough to hurt and left the rest behind. The radio still knows your voice in every slow and lonely tune. I hear the words you never said, you still echo in this empty room. I tried to learn to let you go, but love don't fade on cue. It lingers where you used to stand, still shaped like you. You love me just enough to hurt, like rain that never fully falls. You stood so close then disappeared, like shadows on the walls. If this is all your heart could give, then I was wrong to ask. You love me just enough to hurt and left me with the past. Maybe love was all you knew, but fear was louder still. I would have stayed through everything if you had the will. You loved me just enough to hurt, not enough to let me in. I felt your heart against my own, but never under my skin. If loving you was my mistake, it's one I can't undo. You love me just enough to hurt, but I loved all of you. And every night I don't forget what we almost were. You love me just enough to hurt. Talked about forever in the dark, like it was written in the stars. You said someday we'd leave this town, chasing love, chasing who we are. I saved your words like photographs, folded letters, faded lines. You changed your mind, you changed your road. I stayed behind with what was mine. You learned to live without the past. I learned to hold was us. The nights got quiet after you. Your name still echoes in my head. I learned how silence fills a room with all the things we never said. You said some loves are meant to fade, like summer turning cold, but some dreams don't know how to end, they just grow old. I kept the dream you walked away from, through every doubt, through every fear. You chose a life without my name, I chose to keep you here. If loving you was my mistake, it's one I'll never lose. I kept the dream you walked away from, 'cause it still feels true. Maybe dreams aren't meant to last when two hearts disagree, but I'd rather live with what we had than who I'd be without your memory. I kept the dream you walked away from when the future scared your heart. I still see us down that road, even now we're worlds apart. If dreams are fragile, love is too, but some still make it through. I kept the dream you walked away from, and I'll carry it for you. And every quiet dawn I face, I still believe. I kept the dream. The night we met, the city breathed like it knew our names somehow. You smiled first, I looked away, afraid of what I felt just now. We talked like time was on our side, like nothing ever had to change. Every dream felt close enough, every touch erased the rain. We didn't know how fast it goes when hearts begin to fly. Some loves are born to light the dark, not teach us how to say goodbye. We were beautiful for a while, like a song you don't forget. Every tear behind your smile was a promise we never said. If forever wasn't in our cards, at least we felt alive. We were beautiful for a while, and that's enough for this heart of mine. The photographs still know your face, like time refused to move on. I hear you laugh in empty rooms long after you were gone. I tried to blame the changing days or words we couldn't say, but love like ours was never lost, it just learned how to fade. We were beautiful for a while, when hope was young and hearts were brave. Every touch, every mile was a chance we dared to take. I don't regret the way it hurts or how the story ends. We were beautiful for a while. I'd live it all again. Maybe love was never meant to stay the same forever, but it was real in every breath we shared together. We were beautiful for a while, when stars were on our side. Even now I still can't smile, knowing we at least tried. Some hearts don't last a lifetime, but they still change your life. We were beautiful for a while, now carry that till the end of time. When the night falls soft and slow, I see your smile. We were beautiful for a while. The night we met, the city breathed like it knew our name somehow. You smiled first, I looked away, afraid of what I felt just now. We talked like time was on our side, like nothing ever had to change. Every dream felt close enough, every touch erased the rain. We didn't know how fast it goes when hearts begin to fly. Some loves are born to light the dark, not teach us how to say goodbye. We were beautiful for a while, like a song you don't forget. Every tear behind your smile was a promise we never said. If forever wasn't in our cards, at least we felt alive. We were beautiful for a while, and that's enough for this heart of mine. The photographs still know your face, like time refused to move on. I hear you laugh in empty rooms long after you were gone. I tried to blame the changing days or words we couldn't say, but love like ours was never lost, it just learned how to fade. We were beautiful for a while, when hope was young and hearts were brave. Every touch, every mile was a chance we dared to take. I don't regret the way it hurts or how the story ends. We were beautiful for a while. I'd live it all again. Maybe love was never meant to stay the same forever, but it was real in every breath we shared together. We were beautiful for a while, when stars were on our side. Even now I still can't smile, knowing we at least tried. Some hearts don't last a lifetime, but they still change your life. We were beautiful for a while, now carry that till the end of time. When the night falls soft and slow, I see your smile. We were beautiful. We were young, but the night felt endless, chasing dreams beneath the moon. Every heartbeat wrote a story that we learned a bit too soon. Still I feel the warmth you left me in the silence of the dawn, like the memory of a promise, whispered softly when you're gone. That was where our hearts learned forever, in the glow of summer rain, where your touch became my shelter, and your voice erased the pain. Even now the years grow colder, but your light still pulls me near. That was where our hearts learned forever, and it's still forever here. I remember how the night went lingered, tracing shadows on your skin. Every moment felt like heaven, every breath drew me back in. Though the world kept slowly changing, we held tightly through the fall, and the truth we found together still survives through it all. every time I hear your name. That was where our hearts learned forever, where the stars look down and go, and the fire we lit together still survives as we grow. Still forever here.